Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I am Amy with Growing Your Faith, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of scripture writing. So you are welcome to join in. I'm going to be in 1 Corinthians chapter 12. I am going to be using this as my Soul Waits Day Spring Planner. I will post a link down in the description below where you can find this if you would like to check it out. I'll also share a link with you because I have a video reviewing this and you'll definitely want to check that out. So today we are going to be using my new kit, Study to Show Thyself Approved. If you have not seen this yet, I just put out a video showing you all of the pages in this and telling you about the freebie and the challenge that's going to be coming up. So you definitely want to check out that video. I will post the link down in the description below. There's always lots and lots of information down there, so make sure you check that out as well. So as I write and decorate, I'm just going to kind of talk to you about scripture writing. What is scripture writing? What's the point of scripture writing? Why do I scripture write? How do I scripture write? And then I will be using some of the elements in this kit as well. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is that I usually tend to do the decorating part first, just because I can then work my scripture writing around the stickers, and I don't wind up in a place where the scripture writing took up all the space and then I don't have any space for stickers. So most of the time I will create kind of an idea game plan for where I want things to go, and then I will glue the things down that I'm sure of, especially the ones for that particular day, and then I will move into the scripture writing aspect of it. So first, I really just want to kind of give you a little bit of a story that really got me hooked on scripture writing. So quite a few years ago, I had learned about the inductive study method, and I had followed Kay authors. There's many different ways that you can do inductive study. You don't have to necessarily follow hers, but I was following hers, and she was doing, or I chose Luke. And so as I'm writing out this scripture for Luke, because I realized it just worked better for me, she doesn't write hers out. She has what she calls like worksheets or something like that. And it is the scripture double spaced. But I found that for me, it just worked better for me to kind of make my own notebook and then double space my handwriting. So that's what I started doing. And as I was going through the book of Luke, I got to the part where Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane. And he comes to his people and he's like, okay, guys, like, I just need you to like pray for a minute and y'all keep falling asleep. But I'm writing through this, and for the first time, I realized what it actually said. And these guys were watching Jesus and they were watching him pray, and they were so distraught. They had cried so much that they had made themselves exhausted. And so it says in there, I don't have a direct quote, but it says something along the lines of they fell asleep because of crying so much. That's definitely not a direct quote. But it just hit me that I had never read that verse correctly. I don't think that most people teach it correctly because it always makes them wind up looking like slackers. And this verse just lets you know that they were close enough to Jesus to see what Jesus was going through. And it really broke their hearts. And they were very, very, very upset. And all of us have probably dealt with some sort of heartache to where we cried and cried and cried. And then we were just plain exhausted. Okay, it's already the middle of the night, right? Okay, so this is what kind of hooked me, because I was like, if you can just take a minute to just slow down, write each word, really pay attention to what you are writing, you will learn so much. And I have learned so much. I have written through multiple books: Luke, Hebrews, Galatians. I have also done First Corinthians and First and Second Thessalonians. And I'm pretty sure I did James as well. So it's definitely something to where you can learn a lot as you go. So the title of this video says that I am going to give you 5 reasons you should start scripture writing today. So I'm going to go into more detail on these in the blog post that I'm going to write, but I did want to kind of share these with you real quick. Reason number 1, it is going to grow your faith. You are going to learn scripture. You are going to learn about God, and it will most definitely change the way you look at things. It's going to increase your knowledge of scripture, because you're going to learn things that you aren't going to learn when you just quickly read through scripture. It's going to deepen your relationship with God. And it will do this because you're going to learn more about who God is. And you're going to understand him in a different way as you write out these scriptures that talk so much about him. It's going to sharpen your discernment, because as you write out this scripture and as you increase your knowledge of scripture, you're going to very quickly be able to realize when something doesn't line up with scripture. And I think that that's really, really important. And last, it's going to help you share your faith, because these pages that you create, you will be sharing them more than likely on social media and places like that. Okay, so we are all finished, and we have our page decorated, and we have all of our scripture writing on here. Plus, this, because of what I'm using, it has this note section. So after I kind of wrote out a prayer to God, just kind of reflecting on the verses that I had written, which is a little bit easier to do because, like I told you earlier, they kind of all go in a row because we're in a certain book of the Bible. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope this gave you some ideas of some ways that you can use this kit. If you go to the description down below, you will find lots of links to the kit and to what I'm using and all of those different things. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.